Alexa, regular speaker.
Hello.
Thank you all, first of all, for being here today for the first ever Shaam-e-Baazgahst of Kolkata. And we are all busy people. You have so graciously managed to take time off of your schedule to come down on this Saturday evening for this event, which is itself very fulfilling and very, very close to my heart. So before I start, I was planning the script for how to go about today's event. We had a similar event last month in Mumbai. That was the first ever Shaam-e-Baazgahst that ever happened. And this particular event that is happening in Kolkata was supposed to happen first. But the universe had different plans and Mumbai took the first seat. Maybe that was a part of the whole journey of Baazgahst in itself, which we'll probably talk about today. And had Mumbai not happened last month, Kolkata would not be this interesting because Mumbai also closed a few doors and opened a few more for the journey, for the story of Baazgahst in itself. So we'll come to that. And so there are a few lines that suddenly came to me when I was preparing or planning this evening. So we'll start with that first. So because we have a beautiful mix of faces that have come together today. And there are some faces that are known to me that I have been so close to, and then there are some faces who I am seeing for the first time, right? So, अर्ज किया है, ये शाम बड़ी हसीन है, ये शाम बड़ी हसीन है, कई चेहरे साथ लाई है, ये शाम बड़ी ही हसीन है, कई चेहरे साथ लाई है, इतने रंगीन चेहरे पास लाई है, कुछ की पहचान मानो मुद्दतों से है, कुछ की पहचान मानो मुद्दतों से है, कुछ चेहरों की पहचान चंद लम्हों की दूरी में. So with that note, I would like to start today's Shaam-e-Baazgahst. And I am, for those who do not know, I am Dr. Krishnendu. I am a certified yoga and meditation coach, an orthodontist by profession, and now also I happen to be an author of the book Baazgahst, which is my own journey over the last 1 year through feelings and emotions that were unreciprocated. And in the process of this journey, words and verses came to me as a part of this arc. And I was journaling them, scribbling them, writing them down until one fine day we had the book in hand in August this year. Most of you already have the book, some of you have read the book, some of you are yet to read or get the book. Shaam-e-Baazgahst is about the book Baazgahst and the story behind it, the conversations behind it. So this is not a performance, this is not a show. This is actually a part of that healing, that journey, which is underlying behind this story. This story that started all the way back in 26th of August 2024 and eventually has come to flown into something what is happening this evening. So before I start with the evening, I just want to run the mic once so that I know all of you, almost all of you. You might not know each other. So, and also I would want to hear back from you two things, just a small one line about who you are, about yourself.
Proud to be here and I hope you guys enjoy. আমি যখন নিবেদিতা পড়ি কবিতাগুলো তখন মানে আমি ভীষণ এক্সাইটেড হয়েছিলাম যে সেই ত্রিশ যাকে আমরা ক্লাসে সিয়ার বলে জানি সেই পুরো জার্নিটা আমি ভীষণ হ্যাপি এবং ভীষণ এক্সাইটেড যে কৃষকে এই জায়গায় দেখে আমি সেই জন্যই এসেছি এখানে কৃষের জন্য কৃষের বলতে থ্যাংক ইউ.
One of the closest friends of Krish. So the idea of the book, I don't know, might have come in Krish's mind a long time back. But there was this one evening, maybe during a Diwali party at Krish's place, where he was just narrating a couple of lines from his diary to us. in a form of shairi, and then we were actually in a very fun mood, but then the entire recitation got us into a very nice and cozy vibe. And that after that evening, we pushed him that maybe you should write a book, maybe you should do something like this shairi session with people who don't know you. I think people would love that. So that day I had visualized this evening that maybe these words of Krish should reach other people other than just him, or maybe just a couple of few close friends who were there that day at his home. So I wanted to see this day happening because I visualized that first particular day. So that's why I'm here.
So আমি অ্যাকচুয়ালি ক্রিশকে চিনি থ্রু মোনালি, বাট যদিও আমার আলাপ 2022-এর ক্রিসমাসের একটা পার্টি ছিল, বাট তারপর থেকে যদিও মোনালি থ্রু আলাপ হওয়া সত্ত্বেও আমি আস্তে আস্তে ক্রিশকে অন্যভাবে দেখেছি এবং থ্যাঙ্কফুল। আমি ক্রিশকে ডাক্তার হিসেবে প্রথম দিন আমার আলাপ হয়েছিল, বিকজ ক্রিশের ফ্যাটেই আমি আমার দাঁত দেখতে ক্রিশ দাঁড়িয়েছিল। সেখান থেকে আস্তে আস্তে ক্রিশকে আমি নানাভাবে দেখেছি। আমার বাড়ির লোক ও ক্রিশ খুব ভালো করেছেন এবং আমার বাবা মা স্পেশালি বইটা পড়েছে ক্রিশ, যেটা প্রভাবই হয়তো ক্রিশ জানে না, বাট হ্যাঁ অত অবভিয়াসলি হতো বোঝে না, বাট স্টিল সেটা অনেকটা ভালো। এবং আজকে আমি তাকে চেয়েছিলাম বিকজ আমার মনে হয়েছে যে ক্রিশ একটা অন্য চ্যাপ্টারে এসছে এবং সেটার জন্য অবশ্যই যদি পাশে থাকতে পারি তাহলে তার থেকে ভালো।
And I know Krish definitely through one of my closest friend, Namrata, and she has always told me that Krish is writing a book, and I have always heard from her that you must go through that book. I'll go ahead and tell you that what is there. So I just wanted to be a part of this because definitely I know Krish is also a very dear friend, and I just wanted to be here this evening with him.
আমি সুচন্দ্র, আর ভাইয়ের প্রোগ্রামে না আসলে পরে অবস্থাটা খারাপ হবে সেটা প্রথমেই বলে রাখি। সো আসতেই হতো। দ্বিতীয় হচ্ছে গিয়ে এই বইটার পিছনে যে ঘটনাটা রয়েছে বা যে সিরিজ অফ ইভেন্টস রয়েছে, দোজ আর ভেরি রিয়েল অ্যান্ড ভেরি র, অ্যান্ড both of us have been a part of that, not part of that story, but ওর যে পুরো মডিউলেশনটা, পুরো জার্নিটা, সেইটায় ছিলাম আমরা। মানে কোনো না কোনোভাবে শেয়ারিং, কথাবার্তা, দিনের পর দিন ডিসকাশন, এবং যখনও এটা নিয়ে লিখছে সেই সময় ম্যানুস্ক্রিপ্ট অ্যান্ড অল এভরিথিং, মানে পরিস্থিতির সঙ্গে এমনভাবে জড়িয়ে জাপিয়ে গেছি সে করার মতো। আজকে আসতেই হতো, নিজের জন্যই এসছি, এবং ওর নতুন যে চ্যাপ্টার, ওকে অনেক রকমভাবে অনেক দিক ওর আমার দেখা আছে, এবং তার মধ্যে এইটা ভীষণ অন্যরকম। আর কংগ্রাচুলেশন ক্রিস।
I'm here for two reasons. One, he is our little Brolentine. He knows that's an inside joke. He knows that. And the second and the primary reason is, like my partner said, we are those people who know the entire story, and Krish and I, we have been exchanging shairis about heartbreaks, love, one-sided love and stuff. So I got him introduced to a few new shairs as well. And the third reason is perhaps because I love him so much.
I'm a clinical psychotherapist, and I don't know, I am there always from the beginning to the all twists and turns. So when I read the books and read the diaries, I was very happy to see that creativity come through, and on paper, everybody reading it, going through it, and being with the journey. So what I like most about the journey is that it is not about being lost, getting lost in the pain or suffering or love or not getting something, but healing and coming back and finding a path, finding something to go forward to. And this is the manifestation of that something beautiful can be found in darkest of days. So that's lovely, and I'm really happy to come here and be part of it.
My name is Amrita, and I know Krish as a neighbor. And you forgot to add one extra definition to yourself. He's a very passionate animal lover. So he's very dedicated towards cats and dogs equally, and I'd say that adds to his caliber as well. I've known Krish for quite a few years now, and when I first heard that he's writing a poetry book, I was expecting a regular poetry book, something like that. And then when he gave me, I read the whole book in one night. And I remember I was up till around 2:30 or 3 in the morning reading that book. And I realized one thing, apart from the fact that he's a very talented young man, he's also very much in touch with his emotions, and the fact that he had the courage to write those down and face his emotions in such a beautiful way, that is what brought me here today. The hurt, the ache, the healing, the passion, it's amazing.
Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Mansi. What else? Just here to be a part of this lovely evening and to be a part of this poetic journey, to know more about Mr. Krish, and also excited to be a part of one of these evenings in Kolkata. I mean, I am very happy this is coming up. That's it. Thank you.
So by profession I'm a musician. আমি এসেছি দেখতে যে অনেক রকম মিউজিক শো অ্যাটেন্ড করি তো, কিন্তু দিস ইজ লাইক দ্য ফার্স্ট টাইম আই এম কামিং টু অ্যাটেন্ড আ শায়রি শো।
Good evening. Krishnendu ke ami tokhon theke chini, we are in same college. He is such a calm and friendly person, and he's such a calm person, friendly person, and most importantly, he's not a regular doctor. He has keep evolving himself, and it is very good to see someone from this fraternity coming out with such an innovative idea. I'm basically from Northeast, so when book release I was not here to get the book, and this is the opportunity, obviously. খুব ভালো থাকো আর keep evolving like this.
Is Aishi, and me and Dr. Krishnendu are somewhat of colleagues. We've just met a few times, but from what I've gotten to know him is from the dental fraternity. He's someone who is very creative in nature. So it's very good to see somebody from the dental background not doing only dentistry and then getting into something else, literature. And yeah, hopefully this poetic journey takes him far in life. Thank you.
मेरा नाम विमल मोर। मैं बस आपको देखा फेसबुक में, वैसे तो मैं जानता हूँ आपको। आप आर्ट और वीडियो में बहुत अच्छे शिक्षक हैं और काफ़ी अच्छी कविता लिखते हैं। एक कविता जो मुझे छू गई थी, उसकी कुछ टाइम मैंने जो चेंज की थी, आपने भी बहुत पसंद किया था कि आप सच समझ के मेरे सामने क्यों हैं। उस किसी में और आगे सुनेंगे आपको थोड़ा। थैंक यू।
Shikha, and I'm his sister after all.
That's
Sorry. Actually, I'm his sister. We used to stay in our hometown. So I came for him. He's my sweet baby brother. So I came for him.
Thank all of you for taking time off of your schedule and coming down today, this Saturday evening, for Shaam-e-Baazgahst. This, like I mentioned a few moments ago, the journey that Baazgahst actually documents is the journey from August 2024 to all the way around, say, February 2025. But the poems were written after that. So it was that phase of my life when I was looking back at the time that had already gone by and I was feeling those emotions, and I was writing, because at that point of time words started coming to me in verses. So people have, so the discussion that we had, a lot of people over here know me, they have seen my journey through different roles and aspects of my life, and they have often come back to me, started coming in verses, and all I was doing was connecting my heart to the paper. That's it. So yeah, with that I'll start with the first poem of today's. Interestingly, there's a story behind this poem. When I was preparing, so again, a brief background to Shaam-e-Baazgahst. This is the first ever Shaam-e-Baazgahst of Kolkata, but this is the second ever in India. So Mumbai took the first seat for Shaam-e-Baazgahst, which happened last month. And when I was preparing the script for Mumbai, I had planned a sequence of poems, ki kaun sa poem kis time pe bolna hai and all that. But then, like I say, the whole event flow is never in my hand. It just happens how things are meant to be. So I flipped the page, and the second poem that was planned for that evening came up first, and I just went ahead and read it. And I was almost 2-3 lines into it. Then I stuck like, hey, ये तो second poem था. मैंने बोलना शुरू भी कर दिया है. Now I can't go back. Now I can't go back to the first poem anymore. So let me just go ahead with this poem. And somehow that clicked so beautifully with the audience over there. I thought, no, this poem needs to come first. So I'll start with this poem, which actually is the second section in the book. I'll talk about the different sections of the book and how the book traverses the journey of unrequited love for me and maybe for everybody. So this is the section is ibadat. Ibadat meaning prayer to the divine. At one point of time, we place the person we love on a pedestal that is divine. We stop seeing them as human being anymore. We start seeing them as somebody who is beyond the comprehension of our knowledge. That is what love transforms yourself and things around you into, divine. So with that, in that section, the poem that I'm going to recite now is की थी हमने भी वैसी मोहब्बत. So the poems in Baazgahst go in that sequence of those echoes. The first narrative is in Hindi font. Then I have made sure it goes out in the English translation for those who do not understand Hindi. And then we have a poet's whisper to every poem as to what was going through in in my mind when I was writing that poem. So I'll start with the poet's whisper first, the background, the backstory to the poem, and then I'll go to the poem so that it makes it easier to understand. Can we turn off this AC? It's too cold. With one quiet truth, unse unko hi na manga. A line that carries the entire universe of unselfish love. I loved him completely enough to fall apart, burn down, and still never ask him to be mine. It wasn't love that wanted to possess. It was love that simply wanted to exist. I let it wreck me, reshape me, redefine me, and make me a whole new person, without expecting anything in return. Every stanza in this piece is a trace of how deep that love ran, how much it consumed, and yet how silently it chose to let go. This was the kind of love that could destroy, but all it wanted was remembrance. It is surrender at its purest form, not asking for the person you love, but simply loving them with your whole being. Overwhelmed in love, 19th of March 2025, 9 p.m. in Kolkata. की थी हमने भी वैसी मोहब्बत. जो मोहब्बत तबाह न कर दे वो कैसी मोहब्बत. जो मोहब्बत फना न कर दे वो कैसी मोहब्बत. जो मोहब्बत तबाह न कर दे वो कैसी मोहब्बत. जो मोहब्बत फना न कर दे वो कैसी मोहब्बत. की थी हमने भी वैसी मोहब्बत जिसके लिए दुनिया, दस्तूर, रिश्ते, नाते, यहाँ तक कि खुद को भी आग लगा देने से पहले झिझक ना हो. की थी हमने भी वैसी मोहब्बत जिसमें ठोकर लगकर, गिरकर, हार कर, टूट कर, बिखर कर चूर हो जाए, मगर पैमाने पर अश्कों के छलकने पे उनके नाम की दुआ निकल आए. की थी हमने भी वैसी मोहब्बत जहाँ उनकी गलतियाँ अगर नज़रअंदाज ना हो, जहाँ उनकी गलतियाँ अगर नज़रअंदाज ना हो, ऐसी गुस्ताख आंखें ही नोच ली जाए. की थी हमने भी वैसी मोहब्बत. उनसे दूरियां जो तकदीर ने मुकम्मल की तो हर सांस पथरीली पिंजर सी लगे। उनसे दूरियां जो तकदीर ने मुकम्मल की तो हर सांस पथरीली पिंजर सी लगे, और कांटों सी रात में बस यादों के मुलायम चादर ताने चंद पल नींद नसीब हो जाए। की थी हमने भी वैसी मोहब्बत। उनसे बेउम्मीद बेइंतहा बेबाक मोहब्बत कर, उनसे बेउम्मीद बेइंतहा बेबाक मोहब्बत कर, उनसे उनको ही ना मांगा। उनसे बेउम्मीद बेइंतहा बेबाक मोहब्बत कर, उनसे उनको ही ना मांगा। बस इतनी गुजारिश की कि इस पिंडारे मोहब्बत का भरम रख लेना, और दोबारा अगर मुड़ के देखोगे ना कभी तो आपके तस्वीरों को, बातों को, यादों मुलाकातों को सीने से लगाकर ताउम्र सुकून तलाश लेंगे। की थी हमने भी वैसी मोहब्बत। Dr. Monali mentioned a few moments ago, I don't know how many of us heard that these poems, these scribbles were actually a part of that one diary that remains over there, the handwritten, the OG. I was going through my own set of feelings and emotions, and I was writing things, and sometime in one of the gatherings at my own house, my friends said that this is good, why don't you consider publishing it? I was like, okay, this is not something that I ever considered, because these poems were never written to begin with to be published into a book. They were written to vent out all the emotions that I was going through, and in the absence of an audience, all I could do was keep on writing. So before the poems happened, there was a whole set of writing that was happening in prose, in journals. So the backstory begins. Sometimes it's not the goodbye that hurts, but the quiet truth that you were never remembered at all. That painful realization when you stop reaching out and silence follows. It was its own kind of heartbreak. Not a dramatic ending, but a slow dissolution. These words came to me in the haze of the early morning hours, just before waking, in the space between sleep and truth. I had just taken a hard step towards closure a few days before this poem happened. Unfollowing him, deleting his number, cutting all contacts and communication. And what followed was nothing. No call, no message, no sign that I was ever remembered. It hurt, yes. But what hurt more was realizing how little space I had ever taken in his world. This poem was my soft, aching wish that one day I'll stop crying over somebody who never once missed me. Woke up with these verses on 7th of February 2025 in lucid sleep, 6:10 a.m. Penned them down 7th February, 12:23 p.m. in Kolkata. शायद फिर कभी आपको, शायद फिर कभी आपको हमारी याद ना आई, शायद फिर कभी आपको हमारी याद ना आई, शायद फिर आपकी याद हमें और ना रुलाई, शायद फिर कभी आपको हमारी याद ना आई, शायद फिर आपकी याद हमें और ना रुलाई। हमने आपको भुलाने की कोशिश बस शुरू ही की थी, हमने आपको भुलाने की कोशिश बस शुरू ही की थी कि मालूम चला आपने तो कभी हमारी याद ही ना जताई। So those were the couplets that came to me that morning. So yeah, this जो तुमने गए फागुन में दिए थे, उनसे सपनों का माला पिरोया था। मोहब्बत के फूल जो तुमने गए फागुन में दिए थे, उनसे सपनों का माला पिरोया था। आज बैसाख की धूप में वो बस यादों के कांटे छोड़ गए, तेरी मोहब्बत की तरह सूख के झड़ गए। अब तो बस इन कांटों का सहारा है, आखिर उन्होंने अपनी फितरत ना बदली। अब तो बस तेरी यादों के कांटों का सहारा है कि उन्होंने अपनी फितरत ना बदली। वो तब भी चुभते थे, आज भी चुभते हैं। वो तब भी चुभते थे, आज भी चुभते हैं। शिकवा कांटों से नहीं, फूलों से है। शिकवा कांटों से नहीं, फूलों से है, जो कल चुभन में भी चंद पल हंसाते थे, आज मुरझा के बेगाना कर गए। मोहब्बत के फूल जो तुमने गए फागुन में दिए थे, तेरी मोहब्बत के साथ सूख के झड़ गए। मनाते तो मान भी जाते, पर आपने तो कभी मनाया ही नहीं। आप मनाते तो मान भी जाते, पर आपने तो कभी मनाया ही नहीं। हम तो हाँ करने को बैठे थे, हम तो हाँ कहने को बैठे थे, आपने तो मोहब्बत जताया ही नहीं। आप मनाते तो मान भी जाते, आपने तो कभी मनाया ही नहीं। हम तो हाँ कहने को बैठे थे, पर आपने तो कभी मोहब्बत जताया ही नहीं। आपकी राह तकते तकते सुबह का शाम और दिन के महीने हो गए। आपकी राह तकते तकते सुबह का शाम और दिन के महीने हो गए। बेजार गुफ्तगू कुछ तो हुई, पर दिल की बात तो बताया ही नहीं। So that was मनाया। किसी दिन शायद वक्त छलक कर इस कैनवस के रंगों को वापस गीला कर जाएगी। किसी दिन शायद वक्त छलक कर इस कैनवस के रंगों को वापस गीला कर जाएगी। जो तस्वीर मोहब्बत की बनाई थी शिद्दत से, वो धुंधली पड़ती चली जाएगी। यादों के ये दस्तावेज संभाल रखना चाहा था हमने, पर गुजरते लम्हे उन्हें दीमक सी कुतर गए। यादों के ये दस्तावेज संभाल रखना चाहा था हमने, पर गुजरते लम्हे उन्हें दीमक सी कुतर गए। कुछ शेर एक कहानी लिखी थी हमने, पर लफ्ज़ वो सारे अनसुनी रह गए। फिर इस धुंधले तस्वीर को वापस रंगा ना जाएगा, फिर इस धुंधले तस्वीर को वापस रंगा ना जाएगा। पन्ने जो धूल बन गए, उनमें दोबारा लिखा ना जाएगा। बह जाएंगे ये दास्तान बीते पलों के लहरों में, खो जाएंगे ये अनगिनत अधूरे शेरों के सागर में। बेमुकम्मल जो रह गई मोहब्बत हमारी, सोचा था इन पन्नों को सीने से लगाकर उम्र गुजार लेंगे। बेमुकम्मल जो रह गई मोहब्बत हमारी, सोचा था इन पन्नों को सीने से लगाए उम्र गुजार लेंगे। अब वक्त ने उन्हें भी हमसे छीन लिया, तो लगता है हमारा ये अफसाना कुतुबदान में ही दम तोड़ देंगे। Have the sheet? Does everybody have a pen?
Yes.
पेन नहीं? आज़ाद हो गए। उन्होंने कहा, सुना है हमने कि मोहब्बत में दिल मजबूर नहीं आज़ाद होते हैं। उन्होंने कहा, सुना है हमने मोहब्बत में दिल मजबूर नहीं आज़ाद होते हैं। तो हमने कहा, लो अब आज़ाद हो गए। उनकी याद आए तो रोते नहीं मुस्कुराते हैं। उसके लिए जो मोहब्बत थी उससे भागते नहीं सीने से लगाते हैं। बस उससे जो उम्मीदें गलती से कर बैठे थे, बस उससे जो उम्मीदें गलती से कर बैठे थे, उन उम्मीदों से अब हम आज़ाद हो गए। उन्होंने वाह वाह दे के कहा, ये तो और भी गहरा हो गया। तो हमने कहा, अगर गहरा ना हो तो क्या ही इश्क है वो, अगर गहरा ना हो तो क्या ही इश्क है वो। या तो लड़कपन का खेल है, या जवानी की शरारत, या फिर है वो उम्र के साथ किया गया समझौता, जब दो दिल ना कर पाए कोई बगावत। इन सब के परे, इन सब से गहरे, जिस बेमुकम्मल मोहब्बत की परछाइयों में हम तड़प रहे थे। इन सब के परे, इन सब से गहरे, जिस बेमुकम्मल मोहब्बत की परछाइयों में हम तड़प रहे थे, आज उस एक तरफा तड़प से देखो हम आज़ाद हो गए।
বাই দ্য টাইম আমি অলরেডি বইটা খানিকটা পড়েছিলাম। একটা জিনিস মনে হয়েছিল, আমরা সবাই কবে না কবে, কখনো বা কখনো ছোটবেলায় বড়বেলায় we had faced similar kind of situations, right? We always had some kind of breakup হোক কি heartbreak হোক কি যাই হোক, সেটা that had come in different forms. আর আমরা যখনই, স্পেশালি বাঙালি অ্যাটলিস্ট আমি বলতে পারি, আমার যখনই হয় মনে হয় এটা কবিতা লিখে ফেলি, এটা গল্প লিখে ফেলি, এই নিজেকে না বলতে পারলে পরে হচ্ছে না। বাট সেই কারেজটা জোগাড় করে লেখা, সেই ইমোশনটাকে পেন ডাউন করা ছেলে খেলা না। মানে ইটস নট রবি মামা দায়া মামা পরে ওই লাল জামা, রাইট? When I was going through the book, I felt that. আমি সেকশনে লিখেছিলাম যে থ্যাংক ইউ, বিকজ ইউ আর অ্যাকচুয়ালি নট রাইটিং ফর ইয়োর সেলফ, ইউ আর নট রাইটিং ইউর ওন স্টোরি, ইউ আর অ্যাকচুয়ালি রাইটিং ফর অলমোস্ট লাইক এভরি সিঙ্গল পার্সন। It's not your story, it's everyone's story.
Anybody else?
I don't know.
Irshad.
কাজের দিদি একটা ফর্দ লিখে দিয়েছে বাজার থেকে আনতে হবে, সেটা আমি ভাঁজ করে তোমার জামার বুক পকেটে রেখে, জামাটা দেওয়ালে একটা জং ধরা বুকে ঝোলা, তারপরে জানলা দিয়ে বাইরে চলে যায়, খেয়াল করি তুমি তাকে নিয়ে হাসতে হাসতে এগিয়ে যাচ্ছ, আমি তারপর জেব টুকি বসি।
That is special about today's Shaam-e-Baazgahst. And I always say that this event, this session is always new, and every Shaam-e-Baazgahst has its own flavor, has its own taste to it. So the Mumbai episode was its own, and this is its own. And I hopefully look forward to having more of these events in the future in Kolkata, because it's convenient, it's home. And with that, I wanted to announce a few things that are special about this journey of Baazgahst. So this last month when I was in Mumbai, there is more to that arc of the story. And there was a copy of that book which was meant to be going to the person who all of these poems have been written about, the muse. Please go ahead. Why are you not asking this? We don't know that. We don't know that. So I made sure that this by the end, by the time Baazgahst was written and ready, and the preface and the conclusion was written and sent off to the publishers, I realized that none of this was actually about him. It was always and always about me. And when I realized that, I understood that there is no particular dire need for him to listen to it, because I have found my audience. I have found the space that can resonate with these echoes. So a lot of people have asked me, what does Baazgahst actually mean? What is the word? What is the meaning of the word? So Baazgahst actually literally translates into return, like an echo. So when we shout out and there is an echo, the same voice comes back to us, right? So Baazgahst was my return to myself from those unrequited feelings. So the title of the book almost came as the last part of the whole journey. So neither were these poems written in that chronological order, nor were these sections of the poems made out to begin with. They were just poems, they were just lines that were written down. And then finally it's as if those pieces of the jigsaw, they just started fitting themselves in, and suddenly 5 sections came out of nowhere. The title I was looking for, what should I name this book? Is it about heartbreak? Is it about healing from that? Is it about love? Is it autobiography? What is it? And then I thought maybe it is actually about returning back. And from there I was looking for a word that could just fit in. So like I said, it was never about finding, okay, chalo, aaj to kuch likhna hai. It was never an assignment. It was never an obligation. I had nobody to write or read to. It was all about what was going on inside, and it was looking for a channel, and it just happened this way. And yeah, then this word Baazgahst, I was doing my own research, I was looking for words, and this was like, this is the word that fits perfectly. And there were so many people have come back to me and said, why did you title your name so difficult? It is so difficult to pronounce it. Like, it's okay, it is what it was meant to be. So yeah, in the days to come, we have managed to go into so Baazgahst is the emotional home that I created for myself. I hope the scanner is working. Maybe I think I'll only go there. Ritika. All of you updated with what is going on in the journey of Baazgahst. So welcome to the world of me. And yeah. So thank you all also for being a part of this journey today, because Baazgahst has already reached almost, I don't know, like 150, 200 people now as a book. And they have come back to me with their own stories, their own reviews, and I thought that is reason enough for me to keep on writing. So we have had events in the past. We had our Mumbai tour from last month, which was in itself about different events for Baazgahst and the poems from Baazgahst. So these are all the events that we had in Mumbai. And today we are having the first ever Kolkata event, and we hope to have more of these events in the future. And of course, we have the Delhi Book Fair coming up in January, where we already have slots that are planned out for Baazgahst and Shaam-e-Baazgahst in Delhi. There are more to be added to this list. We also have a section of blog where it is about what I feel and what I write. So the expression of love that I just spoke about is already well documented in the blog or the journal entry in this website. And there are more that need to be added. This was just the MVP for today, for the launch. And yeah, if you want to get a copy of Baazgahst, you can always get it online from the website directly. Or we can always pick one today as well. That is a part of the whole journey of Baazgahst in the digital realm. And I thank Gyan Moksha, my sister, Shuchandra and Shri, for so beautifully at such a short notice taking care of all the back end that goes into this website. So yeah, it is all their doing. And all I did was sending them the photos and giving them a brief on how or what I want things to be about. So yeah, that is the journey of Baazgahst. The next part. So like I said, Baazgahst was not the end of me writing. So once those 18 poems went to the publishers, there were poems that were still waiting to be polished and written and finalized. And we'll have one short poem from Fir Baazgahst today as a takeaway from all the people who have gathered here, like a special bonus, a sneak peek to what is coming up sometime in 2026. So yeah, Fir Baazgahst is actually more about the journey from after Azadi. It's about how the closure makes you into a beautiful person and gives you more purpose to life. Gives you purpose to understand that love has always been about yourself. And the spilling over of all of those beautiful feelings is what goes out to the person, irrespective of whether they can feel back for you or not. So yeah, thank you for that.